Final update. My ex-wife demanded, double the alimony or I'll sue for full custody. I emailed understood, then began the slow, methodical process of handing her enough rope to hang herself. He was right. I felt sick but pushed it down. This wasn't the time for vulnerability, this was war. She just escalated it to a level I couldn't have imagined. The CPS visit was a nightmare. A kind but weary-looking woman came to my apartment. She toured every room, looked in the fridge, checked the kids' rooms. She spoke to me for half an hour, then spoke to Leo and Mia separately in a very gentle, age-appropriate way. It was the most stressful hour of my entire life, watching my kids have to answer questions from a stranger about their life with me because of their mother's malicious lies. It lit a fire in me that will never go out. The caseworker told me before she left that the claim seemed entirely unfounded, but that protocol dictated the case would remain open for a 30-day review period. Another month of this hanging over my head, another month of potential surprise visits. The stress was immense. That CPS call was her checkmate move, or so she thought. In reality, it was her tripping over the king and knocking her own queen off the board. The moment the caseworker left, I called David and told him everything in detail. "Good," he said, his voice cold as ice. "She's just handed us the kill shot. A frivolous, malicious CPS report is considered an act of extreme parental alienation by the court. It's not just a dirty trick, it's evidence she's unfit to make decisions for your children." He didn't just add it to our existing motion, he drafted an emergency motion for sanctions against Evelyn and a request for an immediate interim order granting me temporary sole legal custody, citing the clear evidence of harassment and her willingness to harm the children's welfare to gain a financial advantage. This wasn't just about money anymore, it was about protecting my kids from her behavior. He filed it the next day. This new motion, on top of the fraud evidence, was the tipping point. The previous filing made her look greedy, this one made her look monstrous. Less than 48 hours after David filed the emergency motion, he called me. "It's over," he said. "Her lawyer just called. He sounds like he's been run over by a truck. He asked if we could meet to finalize a settlement this afternoon. He said his client is willing to agree to whatever it takes to make this go away." The offer wasn't a settlement, it was a full-scale surrender. Here were her terms. She would immediately withdraw her request for an increase in alimony. She would agree to a permanent termination of all future alimony, effective immediately. She would pay back the last 6 months of alimony I had given her, $21,000. She would sign a legal agreement reaffirming our 50-50 physical custody arrangement, but I would have sole legal custody for the next 24 months, meaning I make all final decisions on education, health, and welfare. All of this was conditional on me withdrawing my motions and not pursuing the fraud and perjury claims with the district attorney. I sat with it for an hour. Part of me, the vengeful part, wanted to say no. I wanted her to stand in front of a judge and explain the CPS call. I wanted Julian to have to explain his lifestyle consulting under oath. But then I thought about Leo and Mia. A criminal investigation into their mother, what would that do to them? They love her. She is still their mom. My fight was with her, not them. Protecting them meant ending this, not destroying her for my own satisfaction. The sole legal custody was the ultimate protection. I called David back. "Take the deal," I said, "but add one thing, she pays every cent of my legal fees." He did. They agreed without a single counteroffer. We signed the papers last week. I transferred the $21,000 she paid back into separate trust funds for Leo and Mia. It's their money,